What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Chelsea Central podcast. And today we're going to be discussing the Liverpool match. We win 1-0 at Anfield. Baron, what are your opinions on the first half?
What a win by Chelsea. I just cannot contain myself. Wow, amazing performance and the start in the first half. And it was a very good contest between both teams. Entertaining and football, really. But wow, what a good performance we put out there. In the first half, there were so many long balls from both teams, actually. But from Chelsea's perspective, it just shows how threatening we can be on the attack. We play teams that offer so much space in behind. The way we played was great, from the way we held the ball at the back, and then Kante, Jorginho, Rudiger, whoever, just pinging the balls over the defence. Overall, the way we kept Liverpool somewhat quiet was lovely to see. Uh, Obviously, we were very unlucky to have not got that Werner goal, which was overruled by VAR. I'm still quite annoyed by that, but we'll get onto that sooner in this video. But what can you do? It's the rule, and Werner was definitely on it in the first half. From the runs in behind and hold-up play was quite excellent. Speaking of excellent, that superb solo goal, star boy Mason Mount. Tell me about it, Shayon.
Mason Mount's goal was absolutely world-class, phenomenal, the touch, the cut inside, the bottom right-hand corner finish. Can we talk about that celebration, that Dragon Ball Z celebration for Zuma? What a celebration, what a goal. And obviously, the goal that won us the game, even though it should have been Werner's goal, Werner should have also had a goal. But the performance from Mason Mount was next level, and he was one of the best performers and has been for the entire season. So,
incredible.
then in the second half, obviously, there was no goals. But one key talking point is the fact that Salah got subbed off for Oxlade-Chamberlain, which I was shocked at, because Salah's obviously their main goal threat. And for him to get subbed off by Oxlade-Chamberlain was absolutely diabolical from Klopp. I don't know what Klopp was thinking. And yeah, if I was Salah in the summer, I'd be considering his options if they don't get top four, which is going to be hard for them as they're seventh right now, and they have a hard run of games. But yeah, in the second half, Tuchel made the right subs. Christian Pulisic, Kovacic, and Havertz. Havertz one was kind of unnecessary, I guess, but just to kill time. Pulisic, he's not on the same form he was on last season, obviously. Kovacic was fine. Havertz, literally just like a cameo. But what match management from Tuchel, and we'll get into the match management and decisions later. But yeah, what are your match ratings, Byron?
All right, so moving on to our player ratings. Starting goal, Mendy, 7. Decent performance. Really had nothing to do. I think only, one shot on target, maybe 2. He gets a 7. Moving on to the defence, we've got Azpilicueta, an 8. Solid performance by the captain. And AC, oh my days, the Danish Maldini, to say. What a performance. Over the past month, I don't know what Tuchel's done to him, but he's transformed this guy into a beast. I saw a tweet or something how John Terry was talking about this guy and his potential, and he showed his talent in this game in the past few games, actually, and he showed it again today. What a performance! 9.5 for him. Rudiger as a 9, incredible defending performance today. At it again. Reece James at right wing back, giving him a 7. He's just up and down those wings, replacing Hudson and odoi. He did decent that game, and Chilwell, I think, didn't have one of the best games. I've given him a 6.5. His crosses weren't it at times. It could have been better from the left back, but to be fair, it wasn't that bad. Moving on to Kante. Kante, oh my gosh, he's done it again. It was everywhere, and I have given him a 8.5. That guy is crazy. Defending, awareness, incredible in the midfield. And moving on to Jorginho, I've given him an 8. Quite controversial the way how Tuchel put the duo together, but we'll move on to that later. But Jorginho was good, providing those passes, and the pivot, just always there to provide those passes, really. Mount, I've given 8.5. What a goal, as Shayon said, the way he took that goal. winning us the game, really, and I've given him an 8.5 there. Ziyech, 6.5. One of the worst performances, but to be fair, it's not. You can't really take anything that bad from the game. We'll just take the win, really. Ziyech, yeah, 6.5, as I said. Could have done better, but it is what it is. And Werner, I've given him an 8. I would have liked him to get a goal today. That VAR overall goal, obviously, took away that promising goal for him. But yeah, I've given him an 8. His hold-up plays, runs in behind, and I've given him a good rating. How about you, Shayon? What do you think and your player ratings are for today?
My ratings are quite similar to yours. So start with Mendy. Mendy's a 7.5. He was very commanding, coming out his box, rushing out, collecting those loose balls. Didn't allow Salah or Mane to get anything in behind. And yeah, quite solid. Made some good saves, collected the ball, was very calm. Christensen, our man of the match, and has been, as I've been saying in all these recent episodes, our best player since Silva has been injured, in my opinion. He's been amazing. Passing range is excellent. Game reading is excellent. He's phenomenal. Rudiger, also a very solid game defensively for him. A 9. Clearing the loose balls, ushering out people. Aspilicueta, standard game for him. Mr. Consistent, a 7.5. Reece James was a 7. Great defensively. Attackingly, didn't do that much, obviously, but he didn't have that many chances to do much. Chilwell, over what other people say, I think he had a good game today. He's lacking the final pass. But apart from that, if he had the final pass, he could have been like our second best player today. J5 should have had an assist, which got ruled out by VAR. I'll give him an 8.5. Control the tempo of the game. Literally got past all the Liverpool midfield and bypassed them very easily. With Kante an 8. Kante destroyed their midfield and bossed it. Maybe he can be back to his best under Tuchel, but we'll see. Mount, a 9. Mount was one of our best players today. Got the winning goal and a very consistent performance by him, as he normally does. Werner, an 8. Should have also had a goal, but as we can see, he's getting better every single game that he's playing, and the goals will start coming in for him soon. It's only a matter of time. Then lastly, Ziyech. He played better than he did last game. I'll give it to him. He made some good passes, spread the play. I'll give him a 7, even though that's one of the worst ratings. But overall, everybody in the game played well today. So yeah, now we can move on to VAR. But what do you think about VAR today and VAR in general in the Premier League?
Okay, so the thing is about VAR, right? It's there to obviously correct the decisions of the referee, the offsides, the whatever. But people are saying, oh, VAR this, VAR that, how it's terrible. But it's actually, in my opinion anyway, how this stupid rule of your hand being over the line, and that rule has to be changed because there is no difference. That's got nothing to do with that goal. It's minuscule. The measurements, it's crazy how this rule is still here. But the amount of that any day of the week, no VAR, that's a goal. But it's just this rule. I do not like this rule. But that's all I have to say. VAR is just helping the way of trying to help the referees, but the rule is the one that's causing these players, these goals, to not go through. Sharon, what do you think about them?
I personally think VAR isn't a problem. The problem is the referees in England are clearly incompetent and cannot use VAR and always give the wrong decisions, even with the assisted aid running a video to look back at. I don't get how maybe they were shown the wrong frame or something, but Werner was clearly onside and he can't score from his sleeve, even though he was still onside when the pass was played. So that makes no sense to me. So in other leagues, obviously, the refereeing standard isn't this bad in other leagues, and it's just an abomination, quite frankly, that the referees in the Premier League can get away with these decisions week in, week out. We literally saw Fulham goal was ruled out because it hit his arm when it was literally right next to it. It was right next to his body. Like, what could he? It was literally on his body. It wasn't unnatural in any way, shape, or form. And then it was ruled out, which would have made them draw the game. And now Tottenham pick up 3 points.
That was a stupid decision, man. Yeah.
Now we can move on to the individual performances. So, any ones you'd like to pick out, Byron?
The person I am going to pick out is Mason Mount, Starboy. Amazing. So, what a great performance. And he's been our most consistent player, and he's just showed it again against Liverpool. Absolutely amazing. Big moments player, and he shines under pressure. The goal, the touch, he just wins us the game, and his attacking threat. He's our best attacker by far, and so far he's, in my opinion, our player of the season. He just covers plenty of ground. His work rate, his attack, the ability he brings to the team. Incredible performance by Mount, and we better keep this guy because this guy is going to be he's a future prospect, and he's going to be a legend in my eyes. What do you think? Who is your player to pick out today after today's game?
So, as you can probably imagine, I'm going to pick out AC. AC, he's so calm, composed, in the middle of the back three, spraying those passes out to Aspie and Rudiger, and spraying them to the midfield as well. But not only that, he also ushered and neutralized the entire Liverpool attack the entire game and was solid. And ever since Silva got injured, we were all like, well, I wasn't personally, but some people were nervous. Were like, oh, how's AC going to cope? But I already knew AC is composed like that, and he's come in and done better than everybody's thought he would do, and has been our best player since Silva has been injured. So that leads us on nicely to managerial decisions, Baron. What do you think about Tuchel's decisions in the match and the lineup?
All right. So before the game, when I saw the lineup, I was thinking to myself, "Oh, Kante, Jorginho. I don't know how this is going to work." I was thinking to myself, Kovacic has been probably arguably our best midfielder since he's come in with Tuchel, and I was thinking, will Jorginho be able to cope with Liverpool's energy? I thought he made the wrong decision in my eyes, but he proved me wrong. The duo, amazing. They played great. Kante bossed the midfield, and Jorginho was always there as the pivot, just providing those passes, providing the tempo. And he just does what he does best. So yeah, the midfield controversy was after all a great choice by Tuchel, and as we say, trust in Tuchel and his decisions. Anything else? Reece James over Cho, I think because maybe he had that knock right. So I see why he's done that. Alonso over Chilwell, as I said in my predicted lineup, Chilwell would have been much better because I didn't want to see Alonso going in slow motion against Liverpool attackers. So I think he made the right decision there. And and Ziyech, I want to see what you think about that, Shayon, if Ziyech was the correct attacker.
Personally, I don't think Ziyech was the right attacker, but even though he shouldn't have started, he didn't do too bad, obviously. But I think probably a Havertz in that role would provide us more attacking threat, more aerial threat, and better finishing. But apart from that, the managerial decisions were quite good. He made the right subs. He subbed on Pulisic for Ziyech. Obviously, was a good sub, but Pulisic didn't do much. Kovacic for Mount added more defensive stability. Ben Havertz for Werner, for the corner especially, which allowed us to have height for the corner and allowed us to clear the corner. And he just made the right decisions overall. As we can see, he's a very knowledgeable manager and knows what to do. So, Brian, have you got any more talking points?
Do we have any more talking points? I don't think so. And that moves us very nicely to our social media roundup. This is our section where we get the best tweets from Twitter, see what the public says about this game. Don't forget, go to the description, see our socials, click them, follow them, whatever you want to do. And here are your posts from social media. I hope you enjoyed those posts. And moving on to the game versus Everton, our next match fixture. What is your take on this, Shayon?
Well, the Everton game is just as big as this game, as Everton are even closer to us than Liverpool were. And if we win this Everton game, we will go to 50 points and they will become 4 points behind us. But they also have a bear in mind we have 27 matches played and they have 26 and are a point behind us. So they have a game in hand. So if they win this game that they have in hand, we especially need to beat them because we have a game in hand on us, obviously. And this game could determine if we get top 4 or not because we have Everton on our tails, West Ham on our tails, maybe even Liverpool and Tottenham on our tails. And bear in mind Aston Villa on 25 matches with 2 games in hand as well. So obviously this game is going to be very key for us. And what do you think about the Everton match?
Yeah, as you said, this will be a very crucial game. They've got one game in hand, but yeah, the top half end of the table is very close, and these games coming to the end well, not really, but these games are very crucial. They'll be coming to our home, and we have to take advantage of this, get our 3 points, and put ourselves into a better position. Maybe try and get third, overtake Leicester if they do lose on against their opponent, which is Brighton away. But yeah, as you said, crucial game. We have to win, no sloppiness, and keep our form and unbeaten streak in the Premier League up.
Okay, so that leads us on to the predicted lineup. What do you think the team is going to be for the Everton match?
Okay, so my Everton Premier League Everton lineup. I've gone for Mendy in goal, obviously standard keeper. Alonso. So I actually think we don't need as much of that defence against Everton. We need that height and that attacking threat through that left hand side. I feel like Chilwell did make that few runs, but his crossing wasn't pinpoint, and I think Alonso can offer that. And we don't really need that fast, faster defender, faster pace with what Chilwell provides in my eyes anyway. But to be fair, Liverpool didn't threat as much as I thought they would have. Rudiger, AC, as the usual defence. Amazing performance again today. Reece James, I'd say if he's doing well, doing all right, just keep him there. I, I, I guess Cho can be there as well, 50-50 really. Tuchel does what he wants, and midfield, I've gone with J5 and Kante. It's worked again today. Well, it's worked. So why not stick with the duo? I don't see why not to change it. Maybe put Kovar over Kante because we don't need that defensive awareness as much, and we need that more attacking threat because they might sit back more. But I feel like might as well stick with it. J5 and Kante worked well today. Why not stick with it? Mount, amazing performances every game now. We're starting, and Pulisic over Ziyech. Ziyech's last 2 games, I don't think he's able to. I don't know. He's not reached that standard in my eyes, and I just think we need another attacker to prove their ability. And I think Pulisic, if he can prove today, against Everton, his ability and he try and boost his confidence, boost his form up, and try and compete for the position and the starting 11, and then up top. This is a tough one really because we don't know if they're going to sit back or what. But I've gone for Werner. I feel like he played well today, and he can try and he deserves a goal to try and capitalise the defence of Everton and try and score a goal, hopefully. So yeah, moving to you, Shayon, what is your predicted lineup?
So I'm gonna keep the defense the same. If Mendy, Rudiger, AC, and Aspie, then the midfield will be practically the same. It will be Chilwell, Jorginho, but in for Kante will be Kovacic, as I don't think we need the the man to break up the counter attacks. As Everton are a type of team, they have Richarlison, in my opinion. Then Reece James on the right, as he keeps the spot after a very good performance against Liverpool. Then the attack, which is always the hard part to guess, well, especially with one key spot. Werner and Man will keep their places after good performances today. Then this spot is open for everybody. It could be Giroud, it could be Havertz, it could be Pulisic, but I think Havertz should start. And if he does, he'll be able to link up the midfield and attack very nicely. And he also provides the attacking threat, which Giroud provides, but he also has more aspects to his game. Now, I could go on. Let me go into my match predictions. I think it's going to be 2-0 to Chelsea, with Werner and Mount being the goal scorers. What about you?
All right, so yeah, this is a thing that we haven't added in our last few episodes. And the prediction I've gone for is a 2-1 Chelsea. A goal conceded, but I feel like they have got a good attack. They can build up their play, and I've seen a few past few results. Man City weren't able to keep a clean sheet. Manchester United weren't able to keep a clean sheet. Yeah, the list goes on. So I feel like we will concede, but we'll take the 3 points. And Chelsea 2, Werner gets a goal, and Pulisic gets a goal. And Everton, I feel like Richarlison will get a goal. He's been in great form, scoring the last 2 games for Everton. We have reached the end of our podcast. I hope you guys watching have had a wonderful time listening to our match review and our analysis. As always, you can hit the link, the Google Forms link, and vote for your man of the match. We have it right down there. And as always, hit the links to our socials, our TikTok, our Facebook, our Instagram, and our Twitter. We post very good content on there, so drop a follow if you want, or just go look through it. I don't really care. But thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe, and it's been your host, Shayon and Byron. We will see you later.